Neve's Knives. I'm Jared. I'm with my lovely wife Kara running the camera.
Hey guys.
And today we are going to check out the Kubey Ku179cf, the Eris. I love this knife. That's why we're doing a review on it. And
Yeah, I had no say in it.
shit,
He loves this
absolutely no saying it. So we're gonna check out the specs right now. So let's check them out.
Alright guys, here is the specs. If you want to check them out, go ahead and just pause the video right now. I'm sure we'll be going over a couple of them here as we talk, but for now we're going to move on. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and do a little top to bottom here and some close-ups. Just a disclaimer, as you're looking through the knife, you're going to see a little love on it, some scratches and stuff. Jared used this knife heavily at work and it's gotten a lot of love, so that's why you're gonna see that.
It's not really a work knife, but I did want to get some good use to it before I did a review on it, and I've carried it a lot. It's a great knife, so I did enjoy it a lot. I still do. So you'll see wear on the clip and whatnot. But luckily it's titanium, so all right. Let's go over this thing.
Where are we starting at?
This bad boy's overall length is 8.1 inches. The blade length is 3.4 inches. And just so you know, we will do size comparisons and all that. We'll do some flipping action. We got a lot of shit coming. All right, the blade thickness is, 0.14 inches. Not that big. You're probably not really caring about that. The hardness is between 59 and 61. It is D2 steel. The handle material is carbon fiber and titanium. The backspacer and the pocket clip are titanium. It is ceramic ball bearing pivot system, so that's great. It does have insanely good action. It has a very good dropping action too when you close it back up. It's 3.3 ounces. The clip is not deep carry, but it does have a very strong clip. I guess that's kind of an opinion, but not really. It's a very strong clip.
Very strong.
It's a good clip. I'll let you guys hear it. It has a good snap to it when you pull it off. You heard it there. When you pull it off of your hip, it snaps like that every time. But it is not a deep carry. It does have a little bit coming out of the pocket. I'll show how much it comes out of the pocket. It does come out of the pocket a little bit, enough for you to grab and yank right out. It is kind of a longer handle, so it sits well deep in the pocket.
You can see that in my rather small hand.
So you don't have to worry about it pulling out of your pocket or anything like that. It's fairly lightweight, 3.3 ounces, so not so bad. The blade shape is it's a drop point. It does have a little bit of an upward sweep. We'll talk a little bit more about that blade shape at the opinions. But the carbon fiber is it is pretty thick slabs, beautiful carbon fiber. That's not even just my opinion. It is beautiful carbon fiber. I think anybody would agree on that. It's you can see the fibers in it really good.
I'm gonna try to get a close up of that for them. If you look real close right here, you can actually see. Don't mind my nails. I'm so sorry. I was working. You can see the fibers right here in the back. If you look real close, the little hairs.
And you'll see lots of pictures of this on our Instagram too.
Yeah.
Neve's Knives Instagram.
You can see them good right now as the light moves across the back there.
Okay. All right. The handle length is 4.6 inches, so just under 5 inches. It has a very good handle length. I have large hands, and it fits very well. But let's do some size comparisons now, so we can get that out of the way, so we can get to the opinion.
All right, sounds good.
All right, guys. I just wanted to give you a quick close-up of the show side. Here is the clip side, and here it is open. Everybody knows the size of dollar bills, right around 6 inches. So here is, most people know the ZTO 450. I'm gonna go pivot to pivot on this, and I'm gonna get rid of that bill too. So hopefully you saw that really quick. Pivot to pivot. And also another good size comparison is the rake P801. Another good one would be the Ganzo FH11. And what the hell, let's do one more. The bare knuckle from Kershaw. They got a very similar size, at least for length. All right.
I didn't realize they were so close in size.
Yeah,
actually.
they're very close in length. The bare knuckle does feel bigger though. This has a very slim, and this is going into the opinions now. This has a very slim profile, so it feels very slim in the pocket. So it doesn't feel, it's a long knife, but it doesn't feel as long as it is. I mean,
Mini sheepdog.
I know it's 8.1 inches. It gives you an idea how long it is. But as you can see here, the FH11, you know, the FH11s, a lot of people love this knife. And as you can see, it's basically the same length. It has a very similar feel, shape, and appearance to me, like the 0450. I really, truly feel like this is
Remember
like
the other day when I saw it online? I was looking at the Kubey online, and you know, you have a lot of knives, you see them online, sometimes you forget all the ones you have, and I saw it, but it was the all black version, I didn't recognize it.
Oh, was that a G10? Or
no,
was
it was still carbon fiber,
okay.
but it was all black, and I looked at you and I was like, wow, is this a ZT0450 look-alike or what? And you were like, that's the knife, that's the Kubey, and I was like, oh my god, now I get it, I get what you're saying, and it really did, like, look like...
Bring this back really quick. Look at the 0450, look at the blade shape.
Here, bring them down.
Bring them down a little.
For the folks.
All right, the blade shape. Look how closely that resembles that same, almost the same exact length, same exact swedges. I mean, this is the exact same blade shape, basically.
This
so,
one has a little more of a complex
but
grind,
for the most
yeah.
part, though, yeah, for the most part.
I know you're not. Yeah.
And the handle of the Kubey's a little bit longer, and it's more comfortable.
Even this downward sweep right here, like this whole shape, they do the same thing, kind of on the back with the flat bottom.
Same everything. And the only difference, the one big difference is right here. This is comfortable. On a ZT, for my big of a hand, it's real tight right there to fit my hand in there.
For me, the ZT is more comfortable.
Is it really?
Yes.
Okay, well, carbon fiber to me is just obviously more comfortable than metal.
But this shape right here fits my hand really well. This little groove here fits my hand. I know you fall on the little point right there.
But being carbon fiber, it's really soft. So your hand is just more nicer to the hand when you hold it, you know, rather than squeezing metal. Even though, you know, metal does feel very secure, but carbon fiber is really strong. So you get such a good purchase on this knife, such a good grip on it. Like it feels swell in the hand. It feels so great, and your hand just basically swallows it, which in a good way. You can choke up on it, and it feels very secure. I don't have no issue sticking my hand's gonna slide up or down with this knife. And Kubey, by the way, most of their knives, or a lot of their knives, we have a few of their knives we're going to do some reviews on, but they make a lot of their knives in a high-end version and a budget version. This one, I think they only do, and no, they do have a G10 version of this. Yes.
Do they?
Yes.
If they don't, they have very similar ones.
They have a G10 version of this. They do.
I thought that one had a more of an upsweep, though. I thought that was...
They have a G10 version with a G10 backspacer, but still with a titanium backspacer. I'm almost 100%. Either way, this is $60,
you just
guys.
said a G10 backspacer with still a titanium backspacer. Right?
No, well, the G10 backspacer with the titanium clip. I'm sorry. If I said that wrong, I'm sorry. This is D2, so for $60 with thick slabs of carbon fiber, and we got it for 50. They do deals a lot of times. And titanium, guys. I mean, with the ceramic ball bearings, I mean, this thing's action is just amazing. It's damn near drop shutty. I mean, I'm at an angle right now, but I don't know if you can see that. It is super smooth. The detent is, to me, in the perfect spot. It's not too close, not too far away. It's literally right there in the right spot where my finger...
You don't have to try this right now, but can you gravity flip this one? I just can't remember.
I don't... No, not at all. This thing's detent it's not really strong, like to where you're like the detent's too strong. It's perfect. Literally, you can light switch it, and you see how fast that is on a light switch. That's a light switch. Look how fast that is. And you can push button it. So it's really good. You know what? We're gonna end up pulling you guys up and
Doing our opinions.
yeah. Well, we're gonna finish up on the opinions. So there's a couple more things I want to say, but why don't we change the view on this?
All right.
All right, guys, we're back. We're gonna talk about the opinion, and baby, why don't you come over here?
Yes.
So, guys, like I said, this carbon fiber is super beautiful. You can see the fiber is very good. The clip, super strong. Like every time you pull out of your pocket, you hear that. The hardware now, the hardware is very strong hardware. I did have one problem with the pivot collar because of the just because they put either too much or some really strong Loctite in it. The other side came out just fine, so it's not like I couldn't take it apart. Took it apart just fine, but the
That's
one
interesting,
screw,
because I haven't had that with the other Kubeys I've taken apart. Interesting.
just one of those things. But you know what though? It didn't strip it out. My screw would strip out before the hardware would strip out, so that's a good thing. So it's still perfectly good. It all the other hardware came out just fine. It wasn't that bad, so don't take it wrong. That was just one little thing. I figure you guys should know all the little things. It does have a satin blade on this one, so you are going to get scratches. That's another downfall. I mean, but that's an opinion thing because some people like that. Some people want the wear to show, and I don't mind the wear to show, to be honest. I'd rather have a stone wash just because I do a lot of crap to my knives, so I want to keep them where I guess, I mean, it depends because I like knives period. So some knives I don't mind it, so it all, depends on your opinion on that. If you like the 0450, I believe this is a knife that you would love. It just has that shape to it. It has that overall feeling. And
can I say something about that though?
Please.
Where's the 0450? So I personally, now these are huge difference in price range, so it's kind of hard to compare, but I personally find that like I'm somebody who really likes the 0450.
I do too.
But maybe not so much feel that way about this one. And the only reason why, not only is the 0450 a frame lock and that's a liner, that's a big difference. And
we didn't even say it was a liner lock. I know they saw the pictures, but
I got you guys. Right. I got your back, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say though is, to me personally, and I know you disagree, I do not like that liner.
All right, this is my thing.
It's jimpy. It's like pinchy and jimpy.
This is my thing. I don't think it's pinchy and jimpy at all. It does have some jimping on it.
It's just like it's deep in there.
They could have.
It's hidden.
They could have cut this out a micro bit more.
Yeah.
And it'd be a lot easier to get to this.
Yeah.
And they literally could have just shaved it back because they have some stainless steel liners inside here. So they could have just shaved it back to that.
I just feel like I have to think really hard to get it. Like, instead of
I don't.
Let me see it really quick. Instead of just being able to, I'm also left-handed, but just to be able to easily do that, which I know I can because we've had this knife for a while. But for me, sometimes I feel like that I have to two-hand it and sit there and get my finger in there. And it just...
I don't think it's that bad at all. I have no problem at all.
Well, you're just a superstar.
I do agree. I like frame locks more. I do. I love frame locks a lot more. But I love this knife, guys. And I think for $60, this is one of the best valued knives that I've gotten out of... I mean, there's a lot of great value knives that I have. I mean, even that rake.
Yeah, it's a fantastic value. I'm not arguing about
especially for a liner lock. I mean, like I said, I don't have any problems.
There's only one thing I can dislike about a $60 knife, then it's got to be a pretty good knife. Because most knives that fall into that 50 and under range, 60 and under range, you're getting a couple flaws, but you're okay with that because you didn't drop $200 on it. So for me to only have one small issue says a lot.
Right. And the fact that you're getting the quality
and the materials,
fit, finish, and materials of a knife that if it was a $200 knife, I mean, not $200, it would be a $200 knife if it was a different brand. If it had different names on there,
like a butterfly,
you know
what I mean.
Which I like butterflies.
I do too, but I'm just saying this would be $400 gold class, if you know what I mean.
Right. Aside from the D2, that's the only thing is this D2.
Yeah.
So it's very hot. It's a very good knife, very good materials, supreme materials. Fit and finish is great. The only bad that we really have is the liner is a little bit snug in there, but like I said, still easy
Thanks
to get.
for backing me up.
I am
on that.
backing you up on this. Remember when we first got it, that was the only thing I said. I was like, yeah, that liner's a little, but it
I
does.
thought you didn't. I thought you didn't think so.
It has no jimping anywhere else. No, I thought so.
Okay.
But I just don't have a problem
want
with
to
it.
admit it.
I just don't have a problem with it. But I see what you mean. It could be shaved back just a little bit right there. Enough on that subject. Way too far. It has jimping on the liner, so it does give you enough, where you can catch it. So
Yeah.
the sharpening choil is done pretty much right, because you see how they went up a little bit, so you do have enough room there to get your your stones in.
It's not really too big of a choil, is it?
It is a bit. Look at this compared to this. This was all the way down to there.
Right.
Look at that. Big difference. So they did it right on there. It's pretty decent.
They did it pretty similar.
Yeah, you might get a little bit down in there. I mean,
smile.
doesn't matter. That's done for $60. It's done very well. And I hate to say that about knives now, because $60 is still, for some people that's out of the question.
Sometimes it's out of the question for
anybody.
Yeah.
It depends
for
on
us
the knife.
sometimes.
Right.
I mean, $60 is a lot of money.
Yeah. So, and especially for a knife, if you're not going to get good qualities. So
Yes.
what I was going to say is the way companies are doing it now is they're doing great, and they're making it to where some of these other companies can't get away with the stuff they were doing before to us, where
True.
they were trying to sell us basically crap, and
No,
they're
they're raising the bar. They are raising the bar.
The bar's in the sky.
The bar has been raised.
If you guys have stuck around with us this long,
God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you for watching us, and we're going to start doing other EDC stuff and other things, not just knives, but our main thing is going to be knives. So, subscribe, check us out, and and those other knives you've seen in the review for the size comparison, you just might find a review on.
Yep.
So, bang.
Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for coming, sweetheart.
Oh, you're welcome.